Sometimes a single photo can tell this whole story of pain, of resilience, and an unexpected victory. Today we're going to unpack one of those photos. A viral image of an injury that had the entire WNBA community just holding its breath, and a story that, well, it did not end the way anyone thought it would.
Welcome to The Explainer. So our story kicks off where so many do these days, online. During a WNBA game on Sunday, this one photo just started to spread like wildfire. Fans, the media, they were calling it horrible. And honestly, it was one of those images that's kind of tough to look at. And it sparked this immediate, widespread concern for the player involved. And that one photo had everybody asking the exact same question. What on earth happened to the Indiana Fever's Sophie Cunningham? To get the answer, we've got to rewind a bit and go back to the court. Okay, so the scene is set. It's the Indiana Fever taking on the Connecticut Sun. A pretty standard regular season game that, because of one single awful play, was about to become anything but. Here's the breakdown of how it all went down. So, it's the first half, and Cunningham collides with Sun forward Bria Hartley, and boom, she goes down. Immediately. And you can just see she's in serious, obvious pain. It was clear right away this wasn't something she could just shake off. Team staff had to help her off the floor, and just like that, her game was over. And it wasn't long before the team made it official. The Indiana Fever put out a statement confirming a right knee injury and flat out announced she would not be back. For anyone watching, that update pretty much confirmed their worst fears. So, you know what happens next? The reaction online was instant. Suddenly, the game itself didn't seem to matter nearly as much as the well-being of this one player. Social media just lit up with concern from fans, analysts, you name it. And of course, everyone watching from home became an armchair doctor, trying to figure out what happened from their screens. The general feeling was not good. This fan kind of summed up what a lot of people saw. Her right knee just seemed to bend backward, and that's a telltale sign of a really, really bad injury. And that sentiment was everywhere. Timelines were just flooded with T's and P's, shorthand for thoughts and prayers. There was this collective feeling of just bracing for the worst, hoping against hope that it wasn't as serious as it looked. And look at this. This is what it's all about, right? That personal connection. This fan wasn't just rooting for some random player, but for a fellow Missourian and a heck of a basketball player. It's a really powerful reminder that these athletes mean so much to their communities, which makes it all the tougher to see them go down like that. But here's where the story takes a really remarkable turn. Right at the moment when it seemed like the whole day was just lost, defined by a terrible injury and a team that was probably totally demoralized, something else happened. Because that game, it wasn't over.
I mean, just think about this for a second. On one hand, you have this absolutely devastating setback. Your key player is out, morale has got to be in the basement. But on the other hand, you get this completely astonishing result. Instead of just folding, the Indiana Fever somehow rallied to beat a very, very tough Connecticut Sun team.
And they didn't just win, they battled. They forced the game into overtime, and then they pulled it off. The final score was 99-93. It was just a gutsy, improbable win, and you have to think it was fueled by wanting to get one for their fallen teammate. Absolutely incredible. But maybe the most telling part of this entire story is Sophie Cunningham's own reaction. As she's in the back processing this injury and who knows what kind of recovery, her first public thought, it wasn't about herself, it was about her team. That was it. That was her post. Instead of focusing on her own pain or the injury, she immediately turns the spotlight onto her teammate, Kelsey Mitchell, who had a monster game to help get that win. What a powerful tribute, right? That is leadership, even from the trainer's room. It's just an amazing story of a team turning a really bad situation into a total triumph. So what did you think of this comeback? I'd love to hear it. Let us know down in the comments. And hey, make sure you subscribe for more explainers on the stories you need to know about. So we're left with this question. This story really gave us both, didn't it? You had the incredible individual heroics of a player like Kelsey Mitchell, but you also had the amazing resilience of a team that just refused to lose. Which one do you find more inspiring? Let me know. Thanks for watching.